from Charlotte, North Carolina, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Bobcats at the Time Warner Cable Arena. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. Someone will be keeping an eye on John Wall.
Well, as athletic as the players are in this league, Kevin, John Wall, I think, is one of the best. I mean, he's so strong for a guy that size. Blazing speed, incredible quickness. So he can blow by defenders and get right into the lane.
Steve, it's almost unfair to see how easily he makes the most of his athleticism, isn't it? My goodness. I mean, not only can he run for days, but he looks like a cat out there the way he's able to twist and turn through traffic.
Last game for the Bobcats, the loss to the Indiana Pacers. Now here's Walker. He feeds it to Zeller. To the right side. Henderson kicks to Jefferson. It's stolen by Wall. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Nice way for him to get started here early.
And guys, hopefully a sign of things to come from him here.
Seemed to be all well and good when John Wall got back to playing about 2 months into last season. But before that, there was a time he was scared he would have to sit out the entire campaign.
Walker, he kicks it to Henderson. Pass to Jefferson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And going back to Wall, he missed time with the repetitive stress injury, Clark, in his left knee.
And that's concerning, Kevin, because that is the launch knee for a right-handed player. I mean, he developed some wear and tear on the cartilage under his left kneecap, and that doesn't regenerate itself, you know. So long-term, it might be a problem because athleticism is a huge part of what John Wall is as a player.
Always has been, you're right.
You know, for as much as Jefferson scores in the low post and all the attention that he gets, one of the more underrated aspects of his game is that he is rarely careless with the ball.
Now here's Wall, averaging 19 points per contest. And Beal kicks to Porter. True on the 14-footer. We're about 1 minute into the first. Wizards on D. 4-point game. And for Al Jefferson, great footwork and fakes down low. A very nice way of maneuvering his way in a congested area.
Yeah, he's got huge hands, Kevin. He's so able to gather and go up with that right-handed hook, that kind of one-handed push hook. And, you know, he dominates that block.
And that one's good. Henderson's got his first points of the night. Now Wall. He had 31 points in the win against the Lakers. Shoots from the elbow. Zeller grabs the board.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Walker goes in. Shot by Zeller, no good. So for the Wizards, their last game, a win against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And they were so proficient in that game offensively, guys. Their passing was dynamic, shot making, really good flow to their offense.
Well, they played a very intelligent game of basketball, Steve, and those two things go hand in hand.
Now here's Walker after the miss from Porter. The dish to Henderson. Inside to Jefferson. A shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Wizards have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Wall. Wall with another miss. Henderson with it, averaging 14 points a game. Walker is screen on Beal. Henderson dishes to Walker. Upside Jefferson. They now take the lead. Jefferson's got 5 now.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
You know, one other thing you have to appreciate when it comes to him is his skill on the low block. Terrific footwork, nice up and under fakes, and he's got a tremendously soft touch.
Here's Jefferson following the basket by John Wall. Here's Henderson. shot misses. Excellent D there from Okafor. The Wizards have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Charlotte trailing. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Well, they took the season series from this club a year ago, but then again, almost everybody did.
Clark, let's be honest here. I doubt either team is shooting for the playoffs.
Well, Kevin, I'm always honest. That's the only way that I roll.
You are.
Might say they are, but sometimes you need a reality check. That said, we've seen amazing turnarounds in the past. It could happen with one of these guys.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. First thing he said to his players was that the transition game will be the single most important factor today. He wants them to push the tempo at every opportunity. There was something else he mentioned, too. He wants them to utilize the pick and roll as much as possible in their coming possessions. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
And thank you, Doris. Well, you got to help out the team whenever you can, and this group of shooting guards have helped out on the glass for their respective teams this year. Well, you take a look at Webster, third in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside. And, of course, Gerald Henderson.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. You know, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still an important skill to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. As much as you can do to help your team, you increase your value and your importance. And the guys on this list give their team a huge boost with their ability to squeeze the orange.
And you got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Biyombo down low. He's guarded by Booker, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bobcats will retain possession. Knocks it loose. Now Maynard. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Sessions kicks to Biyombo. Sessions with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
Wizards have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Maynard kicks to Ariza. To the inside. 4 seconds left. The shot, no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
This Saturday.
We got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
Sessions out there with Ben Gordon. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Josh McRoberts. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3 slot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Here's Gordon. And it's off the back rim. No good.
For the Wizards, I thought injuries a big reason they didn't have the season they hoped for. They do have some things they can build off of, though. The one that sticks out to me was how they were able to improve their defense last year and became pretty good at limiting easy shots.
Bobcats trail by 5. Sessions with it, now guarded by Booker. It's stolen by Ariza. Maynard kicks to Ariza. The basket good off the assist from Maynard. And that's now 6 points for Ariza. And going back to what you said, Clark, about the Wizards, they did improve dramatically in terms of defense and had one of the top 10 Ds in the league. Steve, not bad for a team that is clearly building around youth.
And that's a great sign, because normally when you have young players, you struggle defensively more than at the offensive end. So this is a group that has plenty of potential, and I think we're seeing that this season, as they continue to get better in terms of rebounding and defending the paint.
Here's Ariza after the made shot from Biombo. Here's Booker. Can't hit. Gordon with the defensive effort. And Biombo with the block. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Yes, Kevin, Al Jefferson signed a 3-year, $40 million contract with the Bobcats this summer. He said growing up in small-town Prentice, Mississippi, it's no problem for him playing in a small market, and he loves the fit with the team. Coach talked about the impact he can have, saying, quote, "The toughest thing to do is execute in the half-court offense. But when you have a guy like Al, it makes it a lot easier." Guys?
Sure does. Thanks, Doris. And Washington making a change here. Emeka Okafor. He's checked in for Kevin Serafin. Nene comes in for Trevor Booker. Porter's checked in for Martell Webster. And Beal subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Now here's Walker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the basket by Gordon. All with it. Kicks to Beal. Back to Wall. Another one falls for Washington.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead. For Brad Beal, it wasn't an easy start to his career. I mean, he was putting up points but shooting a very low percentage. Then once John Wall came back from injury, he improved leaps and bounds with his efficiency. No coincidence there, I bet.
Now here's Jefferson. He's got 5. Shot clock at 5. And here's Walker outside. That's good. Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
And you mentioned how Brad Beal's play improved with John Wall back in that lineup in Washington with the Wizards. That had to take some pressure off him.
Yeah, I think so. Beal may have a good handle, but there's no question he's a shooting guard, and playing alongside Wall makes the most sense, where he can run off screens and spot up. But I think Beal has a very bright future.
Charlotte calls timeout.
You know, it was a rough year last season for the Bobcats. They didn't do so bad against the East, didn't finish with more wins than losses or anything, but with 18 wins against the rest of the conference, they weren't at the bottom in that category either.
Bobcats trail by 6. Walker the pass to Gordon. Zeller setting the pick for Gordon. To the left wing. Outside, Walker. Over to the left wing. Henderson dishes to Walker. Gordon outside. Okafor with the rebound. Well, as you said, Clark, the Bobcats with 18 wins against the East last year, not anywhere close to where they need to be. But, Steve, they did have a better winning percentage there compared to other splits.
Well, that's a bright spot, I guess, Kevin. If that's what they're hanging their hat on, though, they're in some trouble. I mean, it's a team that has a lot of work to do to get back to the playoffs. But I guess it is good that they're in the East. That's the weaker conference by far.
Here's Jefferson after the made shot from Porter. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Zeller. Wizards have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And Wall kicks to Beal, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Bobcats on D. Wall's shot is off.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
On the wing, Gordon, covered by Okafor. Now here's Zeller. Defense right on him. Jefferson fires. Okafor grabs the miss. And Wall kicks to Beal. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
Certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Wizards lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Doris.
Well, guys, I'm here with Al Jefferson.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Coming to you from the 2K Sports at Amway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to Charlotte, North Carolina. How about this stunning view of the sundown over the city high-rises?
Well, how about John Wall in this one? He has 9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
Some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful, Clark.
Wizards leading by 9. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Washington, Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. Nene at the 4, Okafor at the 5. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Feeds to Porter. Just 4 to shoot. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. And he gets it to go. The Bobcats shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. And Zeller kicks to Anderson. Porter against Kid Gilchrist. Right side Jefferson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, you know, Big Al Jefferson was a name that was getting tossed around the trade rumor mill last deadline, and that's something you have to expect when you're as talented as he is with a contract that's set to expire.
It's Beal on the wing. Back to Wall. Pulls up. And Washington again with the bucket.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Bobcats trail by 10. And for Al Jefferson, still yet to make an all-star game, somewhat surprising. But it seems like all the time he's often in that conversation.
And he should be. He's a top-tier big man. Ever since his arrival in this league, he's been really good on the low block. Strong and good score, but never quite good enough to get into that all-star game.
Wall passes to Okafor. Now the feed to Nene. Lays it up and banks it in. Nene's got his first 2 points.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Charlotte calls timeout.
You know, when you have a season that the Bobcats had last year, it's easy to look at a number of low points, but perhaps the lowest point was being down by 50 points to the Thunder in the game early in the season. And that one's hard to swallow.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He outlined a new set of priorities for them, the main one being to attack the basket at every opportunity. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Wall. And a miss there on the triple. And as you said, Clark, to be down 50 points to any team really is a low point for a team, and could sum up the Bobcat season last year. Just too little offense and, Steve, not enough defense.
How about that combination, Kevin? Too little offense, not enough defense. I think that usually will signify a poor season.
Nene. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And let's check up here with Damon Bruce. Damon, what do you have for us?
All right, Kevin, thanks so much. Let's take a look at the games from around the league that have already wrapped up. It was the Heat with a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. LeBron James, their leading scorer. Out at Amway Center, it was the Magic losing to the 76ers. With that one, over their last 6 games, they have amassed 2 wins. Their leading scorer, Nikola Vucevic. That's it for us now. Back to Kevin Harlan.
And thanks very much, Damon, for the report.
You know, guys, we're seeing another great year of basketball in the Eastern Conference, which really has been building over the last few years. Remember 4 or 5 years ago, the East was way down, but we're seeing some really strong teams develop now.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And if we see a few more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly.
There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Henderson.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
Seraphin dishes to Maynard. Clock at 6. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Shot's good for Seraphin. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Now here's Henderson. Ariza covering. Now here's Henderson. 5 to shoot. From downtown. Rebound by the Wizards. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Maynard kicks to Nene. Dishes to Webster. Wizards passing it around. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Bobcats trail by 10. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And he gets it to go.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Maynard kicks to Nene. From the baseline. Here's Seraphin. And he uses the glass on the layup. Seraphin's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, it's plays like that. Hustle plays on the glass and then staying with it, being active, it really caused some problems for that defense.
And Sessions kicks to Henderson. Nick Roberts, the pass to Henderson. He dishes it to Biyombo. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Now you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
Here's Maynard. It's off. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Wizards. They lead by 8. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
Tuesday, December 3rd, the Detroit Pistons take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Big-time hoops coming your way.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
At the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Sessions out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Jefferson in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Bobcats 5. Wizards leading by 8. To the wing on the left. Shoots from the corner. And there's Porter on the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Left side, Jefferson. Outside, Walker. Wide open look. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 Ps, Steve? Purposeful, precise passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Walker gets a screen from Jefferson. And Walker kicks to Sessions. The jump hook, and there's another one for the Bobcats.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
Here's Beal. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Jefferson, a screen on Beal. Sessions with it. He's picked up by Wall. Jefferson gets the bucket.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Beal, the 17-footer, goes down. And the Wizards lead by 8.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Charlotte calls timeout. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Charlotte. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Jefferson.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Washington.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
The Bobcats have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Henderson with it. Now Beal defending. Jefferson dishes to Henderson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Jefferson. A stupendous finish in traffic. Jefferson's got 20 points.
And his stroke is getting dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Henderson. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. 6 to shoot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, in terms of his value, you have to factor in his sheer competitiveness, the way he just competes every possession like the game depends on it.
And that's contagious, Steve, and I know his teammates love playing with him because of that competitive spirit.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though, and Washington making a change here. Nene's checked in. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 5.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Porter. And another miss by Washington.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
And Walker kicks to Jefferson. Okafor with the steal. One-on-one here. Beal with it. He's picked up by Walker. Wall, that's good. And the Wizards lead by 7. Charlotte calls timeout. They're losing by 7. 1:24 left in the 4th quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He was going over their game plan defensively against Jefferson. Coach has made his displeasure known about being dominated by one player, saying, quote, the type of defense we've played on him is never going to get it done. We'll see if the changes Coach implements bring him back down to earth. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
All right, Doris. Here's Wall. Sinks the 15-footer. And it's a 9-point Wizards lead.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Here's Jefferson, and Okafor with the block. And so it looks like the Bobcats will retain possession here. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Okafor. Trevor Booker comes in for Nene. Martell Webster, he's checked in for Porter. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Bradley Beal. Here's Maynor, guarded by McRoberts. Ariza outside. Clock at 6, and stolen by Gordon.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
It's stolen by Sessions. And the basket by Gordon. "17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Maynor. He's covered by Sessions. Ariza outside. And so Washington takes the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think